5 friendship secrets seniors know better than money. Imagine being 90 years old. Your life has changed a lot, but one thing remains constant: the value of friendship. This is the story of my grandmother. At 90, she lost almost everything: her health, her finances, and many of her loved ones. But there was one thing she held on to tightly that no one could take away: friendship. While life threw challenges at her: health problems, financial struggles, and the loss of loved ones, she still had something worth more than anything money could buy. Her secret to happiness in her later years wasn't found in material wealth. It was in the friends who had stood by her side for decades. Friendship, she told me, was the true treasure, and it becomes even more precious as we age. In today's video, I'll be sharing the powerful story of how my 90-year-old grandmother taught me the true value of friendship. It's a lesson that proves, no matter how much you lose in life, the friends who stand by you are the ones who make all the difference. Welcome to Elderly Wisdom Secrets, your go-to place for life-changing lessons from those who've lived it all. Today, we'll dive into why seniors, like my grandmother, say friends matter more than money, especially as we age. Let's explore this powerful story and learn how friendship provides purpose, joy, and love, no matter your age. As we age, it's easy to get caught up in the idea that wealth, success, and possessions define happiness. But my grandmother, who lived through some of the toughest times, taught me that the true treasure isn't what we own, it's the friendships we cultivate. While she faced health problems, financial struggles, and the loss of loved ones, the one thing she held on to was her circle of friends. And those relationships gave her a joy and strength that nothing else could. The idea of friendship being more valuable than material wealth may seem cliché, but it couldn't be more true. It was her friends who stood by her when the world seemed to crumble. Through thick and thin, they were there. Not because they had to be, but because they genuinely cared. These friends filled her life with purpose and kept her grounded, and I believe it's the same for all of us. Psychologically, friendship provides more than just emotional support. Studies from the National Institute on Aging show that older adults with strong social connections tend to have lower levels of stress and experience better mental health. For Grandma, her friends weren't just companions. They were her anchors, her foundation. They helped her keep going, even when it felt like everything else was falling apart. And that's why, as we grow older, we begin to realize that the number of friends matters far less than the quality of those relationships. Now think about your own friendships. How many of them offer the same sense of support and connection that my grandma's friends provided her? As we age, those bonds become increasingly important. Not only do they help us stay emotionally resilient, but they also give us something priceless: a sense of belonging and purpose. Research also shows that close friendships improve our immune system, reduce stress, and help us live longer lives. So, in essence, cultivating deep, meaningful friendships is one of the most valuable things we can do for our well-being, especially as we age. Now that we've discussed the profound importance of friendships, let's dive into the specific friendship secrets that seniors, like my grandmother, have mastered over the years. These aren't just about having friends. They're about nurturing meaningful, supportive relationships that will carry you through life's ups and downs. And guess what? These are simple, actionable steps that anyone can take to build stronger friendships. Gem 1. True friends show up when it matters. The first lesson Grandma taught me was that true friends are the ones who show up, especially when you least expect it. There's a big difference between acquaintances and real friends. Grandma's friends were there for her during tough times, not just for the celebrations. They were the ones who would drop by with a meal when she wasn't feeling well, or offer a listening ear when she needed to talk. I remember one time, when Grandma was recovering from surgery, a group of her lifelong friends came together to sit with her. They didn't bring gifts or fancy things, just themselves. They spent time chatting, reminiscing about old days, and making her laugh. It wasn't about material things. It was about the presence and love they shared with her. Try it now. Think about your own friendships. When was the last time you showed up for a friend, just to be there for them without expecting anything in return? Reach out to someone today, even just to check in or offer a little company. That's how we build meaningful, lasting connections. Gem 2. Invest time, not just words. The second lesson Grandma shared was that you can't just talk about being a good friend. You have to show it through your actions. Anyone can say, "I'm here for you," but it's the effort and time spent together that truly matters. Grandma's friends knew this, and she did the same for them. She would often talk about the simple things that meant the most. Picking up the phone just to say hello, sending a handwritten note, or making time for a cup of tea together. It wasn't about grand gestures. It was the small, consistent efforts that strengthened her relationships. Psychologists agree with this sentiment. Research shows that spending quality time with friends is one of the key factors in building trust and deepening emotional connections. The more time you invest in someone, the stronger your bond becomes. It's not about how much time you spend, but how meaningful and intentional that time is. Kunta fada shafi tafik. Try it now. Is there a friend you've been meaning to catch up with? Set aside a few minutes today to reach out and spend some time connecting. It doesn't have to be long or elaborate, just meaningful. Gem 3. Forgive and move on. Another invaluable lesson my grandmother taught me about friendship is that forgiveness is key to maintaining long-term relationships. Over the years, we all make mistakes, and misunderstandings can happen. But what sets lasting friendships apart is the ability to forgive and move forward. Grandma had her share of disagreements with her friends, but she never let those conflicts define their relationship. She always believed that true friends don't hold grudges. They work through differences and support each other, no matter what. This mindset not only strengthened her friendships but also gave her peace of mind. A study by the Mayo Clinic found that people who practice forgiveness are happier and less stressed. Holding on to resentment creates emotional and physical strain. Letting go of anger, on the other hand, helps people experience greater emotional well-being. Try it now. Think about a past conflict with a friend or loved one. Is there something you need to forgive, either in yourself or in them? Take a step toward letting go of that tension and moving forward. It could be the key to healing a relationship. Gem 4. Celebrate the small moments. For Grandma, friendship wasn't just about surviving the hard times. It was also about celebrating the little victories and joys of everyday life. From birthdays to holidays to small victories, she always found ways to celebrate with her friends. These celebrations didn't need to be extravagant. They were about cherishing the time spent together. One memory that stands out is when Grandma celebrated her 80th birthday. Her friends didn't throw her a big party. Instead, they gathered at her house for a simple meal and spent hours talking, laughing, and reminiscing about their shared memories. It wasn't about the gifts or the decorations. It was about the joy they shared in each other's company. Try it now. Think about a small, joyful moment you've experienced with a friend recently. How can you celebrate that moment together? Whether it's a spontaneous coffee date or simply sending a thoughtful message, these small celebrations add up and make friendships stronger. Gem 5. Be there for the tough times. The final lesson I want to share is one that's perhaps the most important. True friends are there when life gets tough. It's easy to be a friend when everything is going well, but the true test of friendship comes when someone is facing hardship. Grandma's friends were there for her during the hardest moments of her life: loss, illness, and financial difficulty. They offered not just support, but compassion and understanding. In those moments, their presence was more valuable than anything else. Psychologically, emotional support during tough times is crucial for mental well-being. Studies show that people who have strong, supportive friendships during stressful times tend to recover faster and experience less anxiety. Grandma's friends were proof of that. They helped her weather every storm, big or small. Try it now. Think about a friend who might be going through a difficult time. How can you show them that you're there for them? Whether it's offering a listening ear, helping with practical tasks, or simply spending time together, your support can make all the difference. As we've seen throughout Grandma's story, friendship is one of the most powerful, life-affirming connections we can have. But the benefits of cultivating and nurturing friendships go beyond emotional fulfillment. They play a significant role in our overall well-being, especially as we age. let's take a closer look at why friendships are so essential and how we can maximize these benefits in our lives. The long-term benefits of friendship. Friendship is more than just a source of joy. It can also have long-term health benefits, especially for seniors. Strong relationships can help lower stress, improve mental health, and even contribute to physical well-being. Research from the National Institute on Aging has shown that strong social connections are linked to a longer life expectancy and greater overall happiness. Grandma's friendships were a prime example of this. Her close circle not only provided emotional support but also kept her active, both mentally and physically. Talking with friends, sharing laughs, or even just sitting together keeps our minds sharp and helps us stay resilient through life's challenges. Try it now. Think about your social connections today. Are you nurturing them in a way that will continue to benefit you as you age? Take a moment today to strengthen those bonds. Whether it's setting up plans to meet an old friend or reaching out with a kind word, remember, these relationships grow more valuable as time passes. Friendship and happiness, the science behind it. Research also supports the idea that friendships contribute significantly to happiness. According to a study from Harvard University, people with strong friendships experience higher life satisfaction and are less likely to experience depression. Social engagement is one of the key predictors of happiness and emotional well-being. This was evident in Grandma's life. Despite facing health struggles and personal losses, her friendships were a constant source of joy. They helped her focus on the positives, filling her life with happiness, even during tough times. Grandma's life proves that happiness isn't about material possessions but the people who stand by you. Try it now. Think about how you feel after spending time with a friend. Does it lift your spirits and strengthen your sense of connection? If so, prioritize spending time with your friends more often. A quick chat or a shared moment can truly brighten your life. Friendship as a shield against loneliness. Loneliness is one of the biggest challenges that seniors face, especially when family members are busy or when a loved one passes away. But friendship serves as a powerful antidote to isolation. Grandma always said, "A day without a friend is like a day without sunshine," and she truly believed that having friends was key to preventing loneliness. Studies show that loneliness can increase the risk of health issues such as high blood pressure, heart disease, and depression. But having a strong support network, especially made up of friends, can significantly reduce those risks. The emotional connection and support we get from friends can combat feelings of loneliness, helping us maintain our mental and emotional health. Try it now. If you've felt lonely recently, reach out to someone you trust. It's surprising how a simple connection can uplift your spirits. Small, consistent actions to stay connected can create a powerful shield against isolation. So there you have it, the undeniable truth that friends matter more than money, especially as we age. From Grandma's story, we've learned that true wealth isn't found in material possessions, but in the friendships we cultivate over the years. These friendships provide us with emotional support, purpose, and help keep us healthier as we grow older. They are the foundation of our happiness, and with age, they only become more essential to our well-being. Grandma's friendships weren't just casual acquaintances, they were the lifeblood of her daily joy and resilience. Even when she faced life's toughest challenges, it was her friends who gave her the strength to keep going. This powerful reminder encourages us all to prioritize meaningful connections over material pursuits, no matter where we are in life. Now, it's your turn. Take a moment today to reach out to a friend who might need a little support, or someone you'd like to reconnect with. Friendship is a gift that keeps on giving, and the more effort we invest in nurturing these relationships, the stronger and more fulfilling our lives become. If you enjoyed this video and found Grandma's story inspiring, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with someone who might need a reminder of the power of friendship, and subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Secrets for more heartwarming and life-changing stories from those who've lived through it all. We've got more inspiring lessons coming your way, so stay tuned. Until next time, take care, and remember, the best things in life aren't things at all. They're the friends who stand by us no matter what.